Hey guys, what's going on? My name is James Mason. I just want to make this quick video to show you some scanners that you already have, but you probably didn't know that you had. And some of these scanners are actually pretty good, especially if you know what you're trying to look for. And they actually work out very well with finding low cap stocks. Low cap stocks that have actually started moving already, and you could potentially make an intraday trade with. So let me just pull this camera down. Alright, so to start off with, this is the Thinkorswim platform. Come up here to scan, click on scan. So pull up your scanner window. Now come over here to these three lines. Click right there. Go to load, come to public, and over here you have all of these default scanners that are already set up for you. So sometimes when I'm looking just to make an intraday play, and it just really comes down to preference. I have charts that I have scanners that I already have set up for various things, but if I'm looking for, a specific type of a gainer, like a percentage gainer, or, like a gap up or anything like that, another one I like is the yearly highs. I like to take some day trading long positions, when I catch a dip on those and make a quick profit, but, I'm just going to take you into percentage gains right here. So this is what it will look like when it first loads up. There probably won't be any numbers in right here, I'm not sure. But if you're looking for low cap stocks, just go right here, type in, we'll just say 1 cent, 0.1, and we'll go up to, let's see, we'll just go up to $3. And the percentage gain, you can change this to whatever you want. I'm just going to keep it at 0. It's going to bring up a lot of different results, and that's fine with me, because in the end I'm looking for volume. With volume, that's where you actually make your plays, is within the volume. So you absolutely have to have volume when you're making trades like this. So scan, and it'll generate something like this. So I'm going to click here, see what I have at the top. It's a lot of volume, but you also got to think, this stock is 4 cents. So if we would look at this, so right here I pulled it up on the charts, and it looks good over here on the 5-minute chart. But let's look at this 1-minute chart. We'll start at the beginning of the day. It's looking great here. You got full bars, everything. It's riding on this EMA line. But then, you start getting, these bars like this, and that's not really good if you're, trying to make a trade. And so look right here where it says volume. So I'm right here, even though that says over 300,000 shares, really that's like one person that's actually making either a buy or sell right here. And in the gist of things, if someone had bought in, say if they put $5,000 into this, that's a lot of shares that you have to actually move to make a profit. So that volume right there, that's low volume for this 1-minute candlestick, if you're trying just to make an intraday trade on the 1-minute chart now. So let me go over here a little bit more. As you can see, the day goes on, you start getting all these dojos, which just shows indecisiveness, and then it's dropping down to this other EMA line. It's starting not to really look good anymore. So let me go back to the scanner. And, even though this has a lot of volume, remember, just take into consideration, what is the price? And that's a big indicator on the amount of volume. So the cheaper the shares, more than likely there will be higher volume, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be able to get in and out of this trade, fairly quick and easy. So let's see. To make this a little bit better, what I like to do if I'm looking for something like this is click on either, you can do a percentage change. I'll show you this real quick. Now, that's a huge percentage gain. But look at that volume. There's no way I would trade this. I'll show you why. The 5-minute chart is non-existent, and so is the 1-minute chart. And look at this spread. You would get absolutely destroyed if you jumped into something like this. I mean, you would completely lose your whole account. So, okay. So, that's something you also have to look out for as well. If, you're looking at these, net changes and percentage changes and everything. Yes, it might have a great percentage change, but check that volume out and look at it on the chart. So I'm going to click on net change, and I'm putting it in descending order. So this one right here, it is currently up 27 cents. Let's see, the market has been open for a little over 2 hours. So this volume, I mean, that's decent, but let's look at it on the chart. So we have a normal spread of 1 cent, which that's fine. On this 5-minute chart, it looks good on the 5-minute chart. As you can see, it is riding this EMA line right here, and this second gold EMA line that's kind of acting at this moment like a support. So we'll go over here to the 1-minute chart. Alright, on the 1-minute chart, these candlesticks, they're looking pretty good. You got a couple bad candlesticks, but that's to be expected. We'll go through. You have a lot of good full candlesticks. So, something like this, if you found an area to actually get in and make a play, this might work out for you potentially. Now here, if I was actually going to make a play in this, what I would do, and this is kind of veering off a little bit, but I just kind of want to point it out, if you're watching this. If I was going to make a play in this, I start over here looking at this 5-minute chart. As you can see right here, on the MACD, the MACD line crossed over, and the MACD bars right here, candlestick bars, it's indicating downward trend. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So this is technically indicating a downward trend. So, this is something I'm gonna keep an eye on. Now, let me get off this a little bit. Look at the RSI. RSI is right here. It's at 60. That's a little bit high. So I would be cautious, but I'm gonna look over here at the 1-minute chart, because these are two different charts. They tell a completely different story. So we're right here. There's the RSI box right here, and we're relatively, the same RSI between the 1-minute chart and the 5-minute chart. Now for me, basing off the RSI and the MACD, I would not get in at this moment, because, it's not overbought yet, but it potentially could be here in a little bit. You know, I have no idea what it's going to do, but it's looking, you know, like it's going up that way. And definitely, if it would hit over, you know, 70 or get close, you know, to the 70 RSI threshold right here, you know, it's too hot and it's going to start downtrending. So I would wait for something like this to take a good dip, you know, and I'd want it to look something like this. I'd want it to come down, you know, to as close as 30 as possible. And if it went below 30, you know, where it would turn, you know, that light blue color, if you've ever seen that right there, based off of what I'm looking at right here, that's where I would have bought at. So if I was watching it at this point, you know, if I go back here to RSI 61, I wouldn't have bought there. I'd have let it, you know, start downtrending, cool off, and this big candlestick, it just drops it down to 30 for RSI. And that's where I would have bought. Because on this 1 minute chart, also, if you're looking, you know, at these EMA lines and VWAP and everything, this EMA line right here, that's kind of acting like a support. And let me back up just a little bit. Let's see. So that would actually be the first time, you know, it's broken through these other support levels right here, and you know, it's coming down to these lines, and it's going to act right there as a support. Now, could it keep going through that? Absolutely. But you know, that's just something to keep in mind. You know, that these EMA lines, they are sorry, I'm tongue tied right now. Psychologically, you know, when traders are looking at their charts, this is what they go off of. So right here, it actually did bounce, and this is where I would have probably bought in at if I was able to catch it, if I was, you know, catching in time, if I was watching it, and I would have bought in. And like say in my other videos, I'm not trying to hit home runs. I'm not trying to chase it to the top. I like to be pretty conservative because I like to make my trades, get in and get out before anybody else has the chance to sell their stuff. Like, I'm looking to make my profit. And if you're trading, that's the way you should be too. You should be looking, you know, to make your profit. Because in the end, no one else is going to look out for you. So get in, make your money, and walk away. And if you consistently do that, your account will continue to grow. You will see people on social media, they'll post these massive gains. And that's great. I've had them, and you will have them at some point. But that's not all the time. And a lot of that stuff is just unrealistic. So my best advice is to, you know, stick with these smaller consistent profits and just continuously grow your account, and you really don't have to worry about taking these losses that will set you back. So I would have made this trade right here. Let's just say I'd got in right here on this line, and I just sold right there. That's a 4-cent profit. Now on 1,000 shares, that's just $40. But let's just say if I bought 3,000 shares, you know, that would have been $120 profit within, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, in 5 minutes. $120 profit in 5 minutes. So that's why I scalp on all these trades. So, you know, sorry for rambling on right there. And I kind of made this video a little bit longer than I wanted. But, you know, so going back, you know, that's just how you kind of find these trades. You'll, you know, pull up these default scanners. You'll put in whatever parameters that you want, and just go through and make sure you have your volume. Make sure it's nothing crazy like this, you know, if you're going off the percentage. But if it is, you know, make sure you have the volume to get in and out. But chances are, if you have a high percentage, you know, the RSI is going to be way too hot, and it's going to start downtrending. Or if you're on net change, you know, just check it out. But if you found this video helpful in any way, let me know. I'm making a free trading course for everybody. I make my money trading, so I'm not going to charge any kind of memberships. It would really do me no good at all. And, well, I mean, obviously making more money would be doing good, but I really just care in the end to help people out. I know how it is to first get started, and it is tough. It's tough figuring it out on your own, and that's what I had to do, is figure it out on my own. And I had to take losses, and I completely learned it the hard way. But there's so much free education out there, and I feel like people should capitalize on it before they start paying for memberships. And that's just what I want to do for you, is to make a course that's free to help you out. And will my course make you a professional trader making tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars? I don't know. I have my own way of doing things, and it works for me. And in time, after you watch videos and take courses and everything, and even if you take my course and watch all those videos, in the end you will develop your own strategy, and yours might work out better than mine. And if it does, hey, let me know, because you might help me out. You might help me make more money in the end. And that's what I want this to be all about, is to help you to make money. So, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, follow me on Twitter, and share this with everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in the next video.